heard about Western European countries in general is reasonably unlikely. The only administrative procedure is the same: to enter as a visitor and contact one of the local groups there. It's also rather naive, I think, to believe that if you announce your citizenship to people or even listening to rumors, make sure that you distinguish the words that people have latched onto about something that they have to know about. It also may, all against or anti-drug groups in England, are likely to obtain.
Mr. Ketch, what is the point of bringing all the students out of their classrooms into the auditorium here?
We're hoping by bringing people out of the classrooms and into the auditorium that we'll be able to present to them the alternatives to the selective service, which we can consider to be legitimate for people who are against the war.
In other words, this is a forum for protesters, essentially.
Well, I don't know how you use the word protesters. This is not a protest as such, but I think we've gone one step beyond that, where we are presenting the means by which individuals can act according to their conscience and their convictions with regard to the war.
Approximately how many students do
Let me use England as a specific example, although basically, as you probably know, Sweden and France and Switzerland are extremely sympathetic to American gas resistors, and most of the other countries are also sympathetic. And definitely across the board rule is that people will not be extradited for avoiding or using the gas here. In England, there's no land of immigrant status as such, and because England is not anxious for a flood of immigrants, it's very difficult to obtain immigration status in England. However, people who enter as visitors and intend to stay only for a short period of time, and then contact one of the people through that method, an understanding of how one would go about getting a work permit, or how one would become a student in England, or how one would be able to stay longer in England. If you come into England announcing your intention to stay permanently, you will be turned back as you enter. In fact, 1,531 people were turned back last year alone, not Americans necessarily, but people who the border officials did not believe really intended only to stay temporarily. These are all people applying for visitor status. Visitor status is going for 3 months and can have attached to it certain conditions called landing conditions there. They include, of course, not working. If there's any likelihood that they think it will become a war, you won't be admitted. And they did revoke some American passports that were of people who were abroad. It's probably also likely to mean automatic induction. There's a tendency, particularly for people who've been working in draft Congress the last few years, getting information from the status that would be granted to draft age American men. There's a style that's standard only under severe circumstances, and of course the advantages are that you don't have to be. It's never done. It almost never should be done. For some reason, it's become just about impossible to depend on political situations where you are in fear of denunciation. Before, I think there should government.
I think are attending?
In that room now, there are at least 1,400.
Out of a student body of how many?
The Columbia College student body is approximately 2,600, so it's better than half of the college, but of course there are people in there who are not college people, so it's difficult to say.
Would you, from your point of view, consider this a success?
It's an overwhelming success.
And would you think that most of the students might share your particular view of the war of Vietnam?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I presume that most of the people here are really very seriously concerned about the war and do not want to find themselves participating in it because they're opposed to it. Although there probably are people in there who haven't yet made up their mind and who we would like to come to the same conclusion, of course, that we have already.
Thank you very much.